Shut up and sit down.
Bourbon is the biscuit.
Yeah. You have them together.
Yeah, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Welcome to Thinking Out Loud. We've got Jamie on the show. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm fine. I'm a resident whiskey expert.
Clearly.
Whiskey expert.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm. What else do you know about whiskey?
I know it's sort of goldy colour.
Mm-hmm.
I once described it as dehydrated piss.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Sometimes it's very hard to drink, sometimes very easy to drink. Definitely an acquired taste.
Oh, God.
You can't just go, you know what, I think I'm going to start drinking a spirit. I think I'll try whiskey.
Yeah. Start with vodka.
Oh,
neat,
vodka.
in a park,
My
crying.
worst. Yeah. I do not do that. I don't like vodka. I got massively drunk on tequila a few months ago. Like, I was throwing up at 6 in the afternoon. We were playing Nazi Zombies. Here's a brilliant Nazi Zombies drink.
You told me
Did I
this
tell you about
last
this?
time you were on the
Was it on the
show?
Yeah, probably.
It
I
was.
have zero stories.
So how you doing, man?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me back.
No, that's cool.
On
It's
what's
awesome.
what's this called?
Thinking Out Loud.
Thinking Out
I
Loud.
can't fucking believe it. This might be the first show on iTunes.
Really?
We've started really well.
What?
I know.
You didn't tell me that.
I know. You fucking about, see?
Oh man.
You forgot the name of the podcast. And
Can we start again?
Absolutely not. What do you think of Spider-Man Homecoming?
I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yeah, I enjoyed
Out of
it.
10, let's start really smooth.
Like a
decent malt.
like a decent single malt.
Which this is not.
Let's say Spider-Man Homecoming on the Jamie Marvel movie meter,
Which is where you measure it against
which
all
is
other
where
Marvel
I measure it
movies?
against all other Marvel movies, not all other movies, just
No.
Marvel movies.
It's kind of like Pixar in that regard. You can't really...
I think that's a fair assessment.
You
Yeah.
can't... Because they're so above everything else in their genre.
Well, they're just different, aren't they? I'm not sure
Yeah.
that you'd say they're above it.
Well, no, but I meant
Like they're above DC. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
That's all.
Well, yeah, but it's still competition, isn't
Yeah,
it?
alright.
I say competition.
I would say I'd give it 7.5. I think. Because, so on the last time I was on here...
You nailed the plot.
I basically
You
predicted.
nailed the plot.
I missed out the middle bit where he does an additional rescue.
Which one is that?
Where they're in the tower, when they're on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of missed that bit out.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really liked about it was... it was the best Peter Parker that we've seen.
Yes.
It was the best Peter Parker.
If you're
Come
a fan
on.
of the Ultimate Spider-Man, it was the best Peter Parker.
It was the best Peter Parker, period. Because... That was some alliteration there.
It was.
Because he was actually semi the age that he should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
He was... I mean, he's a good-looking guy, but he's not like Andy Garfield. My hair is
Oh,
so quiffed.
perfect.
And he's not a 40-year-old man pretending to be a teenage boy.
Yeah, that was concerning. I think when you
Why
go
is
into-
Tobey Maguire hitting on teenage girls?
I think another thing that I really noticed about those Sam Raimi movies, I went back and watched the second one fairly recently,
Yeah.
and his New York high school, it's just white dudes.
Yeah, and they're all like 30.
Yeah.
Like Joe Manganiello's in it.
You love that guy.
That's what he's all about, yeah.
Who is he? Is he Flash Thompson?
He's Flash Thompson, yeah.
Oh shit, I do know who he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He's married to Sofia
he's-
Vergara, who I'm still not kind of sure who she is.
She's
pretty.
She's done a nude photo shoot in some posh magazine.
Is it a posh magazine?
Yeah, because she wouldn't do it.
No, wouldn't she?
No.
He sounds so like Mark Chapman
She's
right
the
now.
highest paid actress in TV right now.
What show is she on?
Modern Family.
I've never watched that.
It's brilliant. First 2 seasons are the best 2.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it used to be.
Ah, shit.
I discovered it on a flight to India.
I think I'm getting it mixed up with... Oh man, what's the other one? Arrested Development? That's the other kind of clever...
That's the Jason Bateman.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't really got into that, but
No.
yeah, that's well written. Anyway, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, right, so you give it 7.5.
I'm going to try and be a bit more on topic
Yeah, do it,
in this
because
one.
this whiskey kind of has me time travelling.
So, Spider-Man, I really liked... My favourite bit was when the Vulture guy figures it out
Yeah.
in the car.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I guess.
Oh yes, shit! Spoiler warning.
He figures out it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Vulture works out.
The Vulture works out who Spider-Man is. And as he goes, good old Spider-Man, the light turns green and it just reflects this evil on his face.
Good pull.
Right? I liked the fact that Tony Stark wasn't in it too much. I loved Robert Downey Jr. Like, even in Civil War, I think I was Team Iron Man. Because I sort of agree with his points. No one was right and no one was wrong.
What, do you think that they should have been regulated?
I don't see the harm in...
You fucking Republican.
I don't see the harm in them just going, right. Because, like, even if they didn't want to do something, they could say no. Like, so... If they sign up to the government or whatever...
The Sokovia Accords.
The Sokovia Accords. All right. They sign up to the Sokovia Accords.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, go and kill this guy.
Yeah.
What if they say no, what are they going to do?
Yeah, true.
Like, they're going to go, okay, so we have the Hulk and Thor...
Well, they don't.
And the Vision.
We have the Vision, yeah.
So the Vision is going to say no. What can they do to the Vision to make him do that?
Yeah.
They can't physically make them do that.
No, true.
I don't see the harm in them... Because they're doing the same job anyway, right?
I guess.
And it does sort of... They have responsibility, but who's to say they wouldn't get corrupted? You know?
Mm.
Absolute power corrupts
Absolutely.
absolutely. Who's to say that...
Where is that from?
It's like a really...
Is that just a
famous,
saying?
It's a really famous quote.
Yeah.
Or saying or phrase or something.
It's
a very well known.
Yeah.
It's like, with great power comes great responsibility.
Which brings us back around to Spider-Man.
Yeah. See that segue?
Fuck, we are keeping it tight. I like this.
I really enjoyed it. It was a good, fun, feel-good thing. I actually, to my shame, did not see the twist coming.
Neither did I.
That he was her dad.
Neither did I.
I literally went, ooh! A bit like Yoda.
Like fucking Yoda.
Oh, plot twist this was. How about that?
It was good.
Yeah.
That was great.
And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the action. I thought he was a really good Spider-Man. The costume I love.
Do you not think he was a bit techie? That really annoyed me. Really annoyed me.
Because we are in that. That's how Iron Man designed his suit, so it's techie.
Yeah.
Like, he in his own suit, it wasn't techie. Iron Man gave him the suit, so there was tech in it, because that's what Iron Man knows to do. It would be weirder if Iron Man had made the suit and it wasn't techie.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, there was something...
The kill mode was weird.
Yeah.
But apart from that...
Did you get the Easter egg with Donald Glover?
So that's the coloured Spider-Man's uncle or something.
We can't say coloured Spider-Man.
The black Spider-Man's
there we go.
uncle.
Jesus. Cool, man.
Because he says he just wants to keep his nephew safe or something. I thought for such a famous actor, I thought Donald Glover would be in it a bit more. But
he's not that famous.
Anyway, I enjoyed it. Why did you not enjoy it? I'm sensing that you...
I think that I was comparing it against the Raimi Spider-Mans too much, the first two. I think...
They're not that great.
You're wrong. Cool, we'll just get that out the way. I think that he was... I don't know, maybe I'm too old for it. Maybe it wasn't my audience. Maybe it was aimed at younger people for whom...
What, Spider-Man?
No. The setting they put him in, the fucking dance, and is he going to get the girl? I was like, it doesn't matter. You're Spider-Man. You're going to be in the Avengers. You get all the pussy you want. It's fine. I didn't think it was terrible.
Actually, cats like splat spiders.
What the fuck does that... Oh, right, cool. Got it.
Yeah. It's called a vagina.
Yeah, sorry.
You're going to get all the vagina that you want.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, I really like Michael Keaton.
He's not like that, though. He's like a young Captain America, basically. Isn't he just wants to do his bit.
That bit with him.
Stole
his shield.
I love the fact that the whole first 20 minutes was so good because it shows you who he is.
Yeah.
He's Peter Parker, but he's in the suit, right?
Yeah.
So there's no, his Spider-Man is Peter Parker, whether he is Peter Parker or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he is doing the same thing regardless. I can't see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, as their Peter Parker, count as their Peter Parker characters suddenly becoming Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So Peter Parker would do backflips and stuff as Peter Parker, and then he's still, where he puts the suit on, he's doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like they're two different characters.
Well, they should be, because one's a boy and one's a man. That's like the whole point of the character. I don't know what didn't click. I just felt that, again, on the Marvel scale...
Yeah. Where's it above?
It's above both of the Thors. It's above
I don't mind Thor 1.
It's above the second Thor. I don't mind Thor 1 either, because it's got Anthony Hopkins.
I'd say Thor 1's like a 7.
Then you, sir, need to leave.
You like Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Iron Man 3's great.
Yeah.
How do we take on post 9/11 terrorism and PTSD, but still make it about a man in a metal suit flying around? Oh, we make Iron Man 3. We really don't like
He
Iron Man
just
3.
fixed himself.
Exactly, that's the point.
No, but he literally went, I'm over it now.
No, he didn't.
He did. He literally is suffering from PTSD, and then at the end, because he has to fix it, he's like, "Argh!" It's like his software updates, and he's like, oh, I am Iron Man. Oh, it turns out I cannot do all this stuff that Iron Man can do. I do need my suits, and then I'll pretend to blow them up, and then in the next film I'll just inexplicably have loads of suits.
You didn't have...
He blows them all up,
yeah.
And then Pepper leaves him because he's obviously built another suit. And then
Right.
I guess that's the only bit in Spider-Man that didn't make sense for me, is the fact that Pepper's back at the end, which I loved because I was like, continuity stuff, that's great. And they were like, he's actually made a very mature choice, well done.
Yeah.
Now what are we going to do? And then he just proposes or something.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Because they're going to kill her in Infinity War.
Well, they better.
She's going to go early on.
Alright, so,
Dum, 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 dum.
who's a Skrull?
Ooh.
I know who's a Skrull. I feel like I know who's a Skrull.
Who do you mean?
Rhodey. So here's my theory about Rhodey being a Skrull. Okay?
Right.
He changes his face in Iron Man 2.
You're an idiot.
So there's this actor who plays Rhodey in Iron Man 1, and then in Iron Man 2, completely different face. And no one says anything. He's a Skrull.
I think you're overthinking. Mind you,
Okay,
Stan Lee was a watcher.
Okay, so what does Rhodey do in Iron Man 2? He tries to take the technology that Tony Stark has got, and he does. And he gives it to the government. Maybe the president's a Skrull. So maybe
Do you think
the
they're going to
US...
do Secret War?
Yeah, maybe.
You think that's going to be the thing they bring in after Infinity War?
I think out of everyone... my friend said Happy Hogan could be a Skrull, but I don't think.
That's too on the nose. He's too quirky weird.
Yeah, I think if they're going to make an Avenger a Skrull, it would be Rhodey. Because he's sort of out of the loop a bit. It would be a massive betrayal to Tony Stark, and then the others would sort of... That could be his redeeming thing, if he needs a redeeming thing, again. I think he's the most logical choice, if they're going to do an Avenger as a Skrull.
Yeah, or... not Falcon. Because you think they're going to make Winter
Bucky.
Soldier.
Yeah.
I'm coming round to that.
After Civil War, come on.
Yeah, I'm coming round to that. Because he had
of course.
a hell of an arc.
Yeah, right?
And that'll be his redemption. Mind you, he's frozen in
Captain
fucking Wakanda.
America is as much... Yeah, he's going to be in Black Panther.
Is he?
Of course he is. He's in Wakanda.
Yeah, he could just be like...
what's his name? Stan Sylvester? The guy that plays Bucky. He's signed up for like 8 films or something.
Yeah.
And Captain America
Sebastian
film...
Smith.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan, fuck me.
He is that is as much a character arc for the Winter Soldier as it is for Captain America.
Yeah. Oh, I think they're going to kill Cap first.
I thought they were going to kill him in Civil War, though.
No.
I thought they were.
It's too obvious. It's way too obvious.
Well, because they did it in the comics.
Yeah. And
technically they didn't. Technically.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, so I really enjoyed Spider-Man. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
That's amazing.
I'd put it under the original Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which one? Well, we'll get onto that in a minute.
1.
Yeah. See, I still think...
I enjoyed Ant-Man as well. I know a lot of people are down on Ant-Man.
Here's the thing with Spider-Man that I think didn't grow. I don't know, it just...
It's fine.
It felt a little bit too throwaway. It's like it didn't have a thing. Hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
Doctor Strange was just what if Iron Man was Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't find it all too amazing, but the thing they hung it on was these amazing visual effects. The final sequence was really clever in that the final sequence isn't really a fight at all.
Yeah.
He tricks him. I love that.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for a long time to see... I'm still not really convinced that all superhero movies have to be action movies.
It'd be great to see, like...
A rom-com, or a musical,
horror,
or a western, or horror.
Like, of any genre, a superhero.
Who would you make up? Well, Venom, presumably.
Well, Carnage is, like, a bit scarier than Venom. Carnage is like the Alien.
Yeah.
Right? But with... So I'd just get rid of his language.
Yeah.
I'd do a Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'd do an original Deadpool. I wouldn't make him... I'd make him talk as a serial killer. Mm-hmm. And then maybe he gets this thing. If you need to do that, you could just have him as the Carnage and then reveal at the end that he was a human that was infected or something.
Yeah.
I actually don't know that much about Carnage apart from in the Axis story.
Which one's that?
Axis is where... It's a few years old and basically they all get turned upside down like the Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm. And they go and live in a really nice neighbourhood.
Yeah. So that's where you get Superior Iron Man from. Is it Superior Iron Man? Where he has like the white suit. He looks like an iPod. It's where So Iron Man... So Tony Stark changed his suit to white and that's when... Basically all the baddies went good and all the goodies went bad.
Oh,
basically,
right, okay.
To fight Onslaught.
Oh.
And then Onslaught turned good or something. I can't really remember.
Professor X turned bad.
Basically, Loki went good and Sabretooth was good. Mm-hmm. So they basically had bad guy Avengers versus hero baddies.
Do you remember Norman Osborn's Avengers in the comic books?
Yeah, so they had like Daken and Spider... Was it Daken? Wolverine's son?
You're going deep cuts here, man.
No, so there was fake Avengers, basically.
Yeah,
so
that
had
was
like
in...
the Sentry and Spider-Woman?
Yeah, I think...
But was she a Skrull at that point?
Yeah, Norman Osborn was in it as
he was
fucking
Patriot,
Iron Patriot.
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about Thunderbolts?
Oh, goddamn. No, I'm talking about the thing that happened right after the Thunderbolts.
No idea.
It's fake Avengers.
I basically read the event stories when they're in the library.
Fair enough.
And then... So I think the last one I bought was Fear itself.
That was good.
No, Avengers vs. X-Men.
Oh, God, yeah, that was a huge crossover. That was a few years ago now, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I haven't bought a comic for a long time.
Man, you got to get back to doing some decent shit.
I know.
Doing some decent stuff.
Yeah.
Getting back to it, I don't think Spider-Man had a thing to hang on. Because there was a lot of people saying, oh, it's going to be like The Breakfast Club, but one of them happens to be Spider-Man. I was in the mood for that.
Having just watched The Breakfast Club for the first time ever.
Can you imagine?
How did they make that comparison?
I know. I think because he was in high school.
Oh,
and that was
so
it.
Every high school.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is basically like The Breakfast Club, but with alien things that eat your face.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
Yes.
Are you excited for the second series?
I'm very excited because that is the only horror thing that I can watch with my girlfriend.
She not great.
She really doesn't like... We went to watch the Limehouse Golem.
Is that any good?
It's fine. It's fine.
Who's in that? I feel like...
Bill Nye.
Yeah, someone...
Oh, Bill Nye.
Davy Jones.
David Jones. I'm Bill
Stop doing
Nye.
that face.
You need to do the... It's not even a very good Bill Nye impression. Oh dear. That's fine. But the trailers for before the film were all like for serious horror films, and we got really worried. Well, I was fine, but Sophie was like,
because you were,
because I'm a man.
Uh-huh.
But Sophie was quite worried because she was like, I actually really don't like scary films.
Oh, bless her.
It was fine. It was more gore.
Right, like
spoiler alert for the Limehouse Golem. The girl is the baddie.
Cool. I don't need to see it now. Thanks.
You don't. You don't need to see it because it's really obvious.
Yeah.
The twist because there has to be a twist.
Oh fuck! Look how much whiskey I just poured into that glass.
That's like a urine sample. If you've had a lot to drink.
Yeah, I messed up. I guess the twist in Get Out, the Jordan Peele film. You seen that?
I haven't.
Dude.
I know. I know.
Dude.
Don't spoil me the Get Out film.
I won't spoil it, but I guess the twist. Anyone who's watching it, I guess the twist, and it ruined the film for me.
Ah, no.
I was like, oh, that's obviously the way that this is going to be played out. And then I was looking for it, and then I was right, and it was like, but it was still it's still a great flick. It's still a great flick. Get Out is still a great flick.
But yeah, Stranger Things, wonderful.
Yeah.
Really
good.
Really well made. Really well acted. That's sort of why I want to see It as well. Because people are taking a lot of comparisons from It for Stranger Things.
He's in it, isn't he? The Will Byers?
I honestly don't know. I know nothing about It. I know there's a clown, and that's it.
You've obviously not...
That's
there
it.
We go. High five. There we go.
Pun intended.
Boom. Have you seen... You haven't seen the original?
No.
You?
Tim Curry.
Yeah. Is he... He's still alive, isn't he?
I always get Tim Curry mixed up with Tim Allen.
Don't do that.
And I don't know why. Tim Curry's got a bit of a creepier face, right?
Come back off the mic just.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Where do we want the line? Where's good?
That's good. What we're doing now.
What we're doing now is good.
Yeah, that little white line. Or else the speaker's just sort of...
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, not at all. Tim Curry is the guy in Home Alone 2 who works in the hotel. The dude behind the cat. You've never seen Home Alone 2?
I have, but I thought that was Tim Allen.
Oh, fuck no.
No.
There's no
I have seen Home Alone 2 once.
Lots of practice. Do you not watch it every Christmas like everyone else? Dude.
No.
You're letting yourself down.
I don't know. I never really, growing up, had a Christmas film, apart from maybe Shrek. Like, my dad loves Donkey.
Which is really not a Christmas film.
I don't care.
The first one, right? The really good one.
Shrek 1 and 2.
Shrek 2 is pretty good.
I love Shrek 2.
Yeah, Shrek 2 is a really good sequel.
Yeah. That's probably one of the best sequels ever made.
Whoa.
Yeah, it is. Terminator 2. Shrek 2.
The Godfather.
The
Dark Knight.
I'm not going to pretend. The Dark Knight.
Winter Soldier. Empire Strikes Back. You fucked this right up, Ruther. You walked into this now,
go.
and I'm gonna dick on you with all the good sequels.
Go on then. What more have you got?
Other than the 6 I've just mentioned.
Did you say X-Men 2?
No, I said...
Good.
I can't remember what I said. The Dark Knight Rises. No, Dark Knight was a sequel.
Yeah. Dark Knight Rises was not a good sequel, though.
No, it wasn't. I'm glad I finally found someone that agrees.
It was bad.
It wasn't bad.
It was bad.
The opening scene was great. Crashing this plane.
I'm bright.
Oh, okay, there we go. Another impression.
Oh dear, the plane seems to be crashing. Why hasn't my safety mask descended? The lights come on and told me to put my mask on. Where's the mask?
They had to redouble that.
I know.
In the test
you
screening.
Couldn't understand.
Fucking standard thing.
Going through. Anyway,
I don't think.
How do we get from sequels to
Guardians of the
Galaxy 2?
Well, Guardians of the
it's
Galaxy 2 is a sequel.
And that is not better than the original.
No, it's not.
Any way.
It's comparable. It's very close.
No, you're wrong again.
Do you not like it?
It's fine.
You're a fucking monster.
I'm not.
That's how I feel about Spider-Man Homecoming. It's just fine.
What was new and exciting about it?
It was... There's a guy outside.
Outside having a good time.
Having a good time. No, it was great. It was a great sequel. Considering that those characters have to be in a holding pattern until Infinity War kicks off.
Yeah.
Or the post-credit sequence of Thor Ragnarok, which I'll tell you about in a minute. See? Considering those characters have to be in a holding pattern, so there's only so much you can do with those characters, because those Guardians have to meet up with the Avengers, right?
What?
Right. You can't change You can't change the team. You can't have anybody die. You can't have... the stakes don't... The stakes can't be...
Yeah, okay.
The stakes of the team, because we know the team stays together, because we know the team goes into the meet the Avengers. Right. So I think as far as... if you've got to do 2+ hours of character development, there are worse ways to do it than family ties and that kind of thing.
I accept your point. But you're only talking about well, okay, that's not true. I was going to say you're only talking about Star-Lord.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Drax and Gamora.
Drax was not good in this film.
Oh, leave David Bautista alone.
I love the character. They made him into an idiot who just laughs randomly for no reason because someone said something mean.
Yeah, but because...
That's funny!
He's smitten with her, isn't he? He's smitten with
No,
Magnus.
it wasn't... Look, Drax in the first film is brilliant because he's so like oblivious to sarcasm.
Yeah.
In this film,
I am incredibly humble. No, that was from the first one. That was from the second one, sorry.
I think like there's no way his my throat. You know, why would I run my hand across his throat? There's no way. My reflexes are too fast.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of stuff is perfectly well done.
Yeah.
And in this film, Drax just laughed. Gamora and the Nebula thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just what?
Did you not dig that?
No. It's like Karen Gillan's in a different film. She's so
good in that film.
My emo phase is now.
You are so down on
my
this.
My father hated me, and every time he would beat me with a part of my body and before ripping it off, and then he'd replace it with a robot, so I'd be better than Gamora, and it never happened, and Gamora never loved me, and Daddy never loved me.
That's the fucking point of the film.
Meanwhile, Gamora is running towards her with the biggest gun you've ever seen.
Yeah,
going,
that's nothing.
Ah! Where's the film in that? That's like combining Daffy Duck with...
No, I disagree.
The Revenant.
I disagree. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'd like to see that movie.
He just cuts it open. Just like... Quack, quack, quack.
I see, in my head, Daffy Duck meets the Revenant. When he drives the horse, when he rides the horse off the cliff, the horse keeps going and then looks down and then falls.
That's good. I liked the Rocket... I understand why Rocket was angry all the time.
See, I think that's the weakest development arc.
That's also a bad thing. I loved the ego stuff.
Do you not cry at the end when they fucking buried him in space? Dude, I welled up twice.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't get me wrong. I sound
like you do.
I sound like I do not like these characters, but it's probably because I just didn't like it as much as the first one. And fair comment. I felt like it wasn't quite what I was after. I don't know what I was... I'll tell you what. When Joss Whedon said he was going to do Avengers 2, he said the only way to follow Avengers 1 was to do a character-driven thing. Because you can't go bigger, so you need to go smaller and more in-depth.
Yeah.
Fuck off, did that happen?
Well, that didn't happen. That might have been what he wanted to do, which is right, but it's not what happened.
Yeah. So they did that with Star-Lord.
Do you remember Hawkeye's barn? How angry did that make you? When Nick Fury's in Hawkeye's barn.
Oh, that did make me angry.
Which is annoying.
What the fuck's he doing there?
Yeah.
Does he live there?
Obviously.
Hey, I can't do a sound. Hey, no. Alright. I'm trying to like say, you know, like on those old filofaxes where they had all the different contact information.
You're going
to get a different accent. Samuel Jack. I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes on this. Hey, Hawkeye. Anyway, yeah. I was like, why are you there?
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense to pop up.
He doesn't need to be there.
He should have popped up in Civil War maybe for a couple of seconds.
He should have been on the helicarrier. Was he on the helicarrier?
In what?
In the end of Ultron. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah, he was just on the... He was on the helicarrier.
I don't even remember the end of Ultron. What happened at the end of Ultron?
The helicarrier shows up and rescues them all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was. He was leading the rescue
just have him there.
Yeah.
Why? He's a super spy. He knows what's going on.
Yeah. He's probably got other stuff to do as well. Other than lure the Avengers in to fight something they know they have to fight anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna do that anyway.
Right.
One of the films, I think the main character is just a byproduct of what's happening. Like, they're not driving the story at all.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
But in the first one, Raiders.
And he's just there. Like, the film happens in the exact same way, even if he's not there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ultron was not great. Ultron, I think, as sequels go, Marvel have had a really rough time, other than The Winter Soldier.
Captain America, yeah.
Which is
weird, because...
Captain America, Winter Soldier is the best Marvel film. To my mind.
I think you're right. It's definitely in the top 3.
What's your top 3? In no particular order.
Definitely Winter Soldier.
Yeah, obviously.
And I would say, if I hadn't watched it recently, I'd probably say Civil War. Because I love how many... it's the first Avengers, for me, is number 1.
It is. That shot
it's just them all
It's
coming
so good.
together, and it was such a
And
new
I know,
thing.
and it's so good that I know when I say, "Oh, that shot," people know what I'm talking about.
Dun, 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 dun. No one knows that theme tune.
No, because it's like, do you know what? For
Dun, 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 dun.
that's the one.
Dun, bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum, ba-
Which way's the sun coming up? Put it on the left. Remember when the helicarrier's going down?
Yeah.
No, I think that is... What was your other one? I think that's definitely up there for me.
Guardians of the Galaxy or Iron Man 1.
If you had to pick one...
If you watch Iron Man 1 now, it's a bit slow.
It's a bit dated as well,
It's
yeah.
a bit dated, but Robert Downey Jr. is perfect
Yeah.
as the young, arrogant Tony Stark.
He's so
And
good.
now he's very good as the older, more experienced.
Well, because that's
Tony
literally
Stark.
his life.
He
went into a metaphorical cave.
The casting of that was incredibly lucky.
It's great. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to watch the film now. It's
Yeah.
bloody good.
What's the worst one?
Oh, Thor 2. Done.
Do you think?
Yeah. Out of if we're saying on your Marvel movie register where you only measure them against other Marvel films, it's got to be Thor 2 or Age of Ultron. I ranked them all for my old job.
I know.
And I think...
And I disagreed with one.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
I think the worst one was Age of Ultron or Thor 2.
Yeah, I think.
Thor 1's grown on me.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a fun...
I like this drink.
Another Shakespearean romp.
Yeah.
The scene where they get back from Jotunheim, is it, with the Frost Giants? And it's Loki, Odin and Thor in the same room, in the teleportation room.
Yeah.
And they just go at each other verbally for like... It's like a 60-second scene. It's so good. It's so Shakespearean. It's so Kenneth Branagh has directed this. It's so like the sins of the father and the brother, the heir and the spare. It's so well pitched.
So what Joss Whedon did so well in Avengers was combine that, right? So he like has Loki saying "you mewling quim," like that is such an old-fashioned statement.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Mewling quim. Forgive me, I know we swear, but I'm going to use a word.
Is that a C thing?
It's a C word. It is a weak C word.
Yeah.
Or an F, or like an F word.
Fanny.
Faggot. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently. That's sort of the same derivative. And I was really surprised when he put it in. You mewling quim. Yeah, goddamn.
But they give every character apart from Hawkeye a little bit to do in that film.
Poor old Hawkeye.
And I just didn't...
He just gets brain drained.
I just didn't feel like in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, any character apart from Rocket and Star-Lord had any real anything. I know Gamora and the sister, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing that you haven't seen before.
Do you not like Yondu?
Yondu was great.
Yondu
was great. The prison breakout, fantastic. I enjoyed.
And another great soundtrack.
It's not as good as the first one though.
I disagree.
Really?
I think the second one's better.
What's memorable?
You got Lakeshore Drive when they pull away.
I feel like I could name more songs from the first track than you could.
Okay, go.
Okay, so Hooked on a Feeling. Spirit in the Sky. I've had alcohol. This is. I know you have too, but. I'm not alone. So please explain.
I'm gonna need a name. And I can't count it if you don't give me a name.
I'm gonna go with. I'm not alone.
It's not. It's 10cc. I'm not in love, but we're not counting
I'm not
it.
in love.
That's 2.
ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Jackson 5.
Yeah, that's 3.
I'm taking a rest. You do 4 now.
You want me to do 4 from the... Okay.
Well, I've just done 4.
Yeah, you done 4.
But I don't know if you're telling the truth. You can literally say...
Lakeshore Drive, when they take off from the Sovereign at the end. Fox on the Run, Mr. Blue Sky by ELO.
Yeah.
Fox on the Run's by Sweet. Sam Cooke, Bring It On Home.
Yeah.
My Sweet Lord, George Harrison.
But I don't know.
Southern Nights by Glenn Campbell when they're in the forest. Southern down.
Again, maybe it's because I didn't like the film as much.
Possibly. And maybe it's because I have the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soundtrack on the offline mode on my Spotify. So I listened to that. Yeah, I done you. I lured you in.
Mother Hubbard.
I got you.
Alright. So we've talked about Guardians of the Galaxy 2,
Mhm.
which I would give a 5. Sad.
You fucking
I am
savage.
sad.
You
I
savage.
am sad about that.
That's how I feel about Spider-Man Homecoming.
Fine.
Sit on that.
Well, then I accept that and we move on.
How excited are you for Thor?
I'm really excited for Thor.
Finally, a Thor movie I'll give a shit about.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I hope that it hasn't all been
It hasn't.
put in the trailer.
It hasn't.
I don't think it has.
I think we've seen the first, as you said in the last show, last first 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Ish.
I love Taika Waititi's work.
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
He's making a sequel to that called We Are Wolves.
Nice.
About the werewolf.
Yes.
The werewolves they bump into in the park.
That's fantastic.
We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
Oh,
That was South African.
yeah, South African.
I
It's
fucking.
like that.
I told you.
And how dare you, you bloody wanker! I'll take you out and smack you around like a dong.
Jesus. Is that your attempt at fucking South African slang?
Yeah, dong.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Thor.
Yeah,
Goldblum's gonna be fucking great, isn't it?
I hope so.
Can we... Really? Are we sticking with this?
No.
Goldblum's gonna be great, playing Jeff Goldblum.
I really am excited to see Kate Blanchett actually,
As
as
Hela? Hela, sorry.
And I'm wondering whether she's gonna live and then be Thanos's like concubine because she's the goddess of death and Thanos loves death.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if
That
at
would
the
be
end of
fucking
Infinity War
She rocks up.
she rocks up?
What up, bitches?
Yeah. Oh, Thanos. Good to see you.
Do you know-
And they both turn to camera, wink.
Like House
And
of
then-
Cards.
Yeah, and they both go
Yeah. Dum, dum.
on Iron Man's chest.
Do you know? Yeah, or Captain America's fallen shield.
Okay.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Marvel,
It's
sign
gonna-
him up.
Well, is Iron Man's vision going to come true?
Yes, obviously,
Yeah?
because that's the point. Because he created Vision using the stone. Right?
No, like at the start of...
No,
Age of Ultron.
No, I know, but that's brought to him because he grabs a scepter, the stone of which is in Vision's head, right?
Yeah.
So that makes total sense. Because in this universe, he creates Ultron and the Vision, so it makes sense that his vision, forgive the
Oh
pun,
my god.
is the result of that, right? How good is that? I tell you what, Age of Ultron, where the two best bits in the movie are both Ultron. The first bit, where Tony's suiting up at the end and he goes, I'm gonna take him out because he's coming for me the hardest, and Vision walks past, oh yes, he hates you the most.
Yeah.
That's great.
Vision's brilliant.
And when he fucking picks up the hammer, so good.
The cinema went, oh!
I see what you did
that.
there.
Every single person went, oh!
That guy.
Yeah.
Um,
And the scene where they're all hanging out is great fun.
yeah.
That's what Joss Whedon does best.
If only the rest of the movie had been even close to that.
It was fine. I was disappointed. My brother loved it. That was the interesting
You
thing.
said, that
so
he really dug it.
he was like, guys, it was a really fun film. Why'd you have to pick it apart?
Because you don't understand.
Well, that's
Mortal.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you think you get too deep into it? I think
Yeah.
that's why I don't get Spider-Man Homecoming, because I don't have the ability to come off the pedal with these movies.
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to just see them as fun
I
romps.
loved it because I wasn't maybe I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Have you
Because
heard
it was a Sony.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Have you heard about...
Sorry
you
to
go.
interrupt. I watched for the first time Fantastic Four,
Which one?
the Joss Trank one,
Is that
The
the
new
latest one, yeah.
Fan Four Stick. It wasn't as bad as I was
It's
expecting.
just dropped on Netflix, hasn't it?
Yes. I watched...
Because I haven't seen it and I've heard it's dog
Okay,
shit.
so I heard it was the most atrocious thing. Having watched that and watched 20 minutes of Suicide Squad, Suicide Squad is so much worse.
It's so bad.
It's...
And
well,
do you know what the worst thing is? Do you know what the worst thing is? The first half is
Yeah.
the better of the two
That's
halves.
what I've heard. I stopped watching it.
Mm.
And
Which is why it's nuts that you turned it off after the first 20 minutes.
Well, everyone was like, Batman's the best thing about it. Batman's shit in it.
Yeah. Well, Batman's shit across the board now. You just got to get used to
I
that.
haven't watched Batman Superman.
Isn't it weird that Justice League comes out in like 2 months and it's all gone really quiet? As if they've worked out what Wonder Woman was good for and Joss Whedon's on and now they're recutting the whole fucking thing.
Do you think
It's going to be like that bit in The
Wonder
Simpsons.
Woman?
Hang on a minute. It's going to be like a bit in The Simpsons where Homer Simpson has to give that testimony to camera. Do you remember that where he pinches the girl's ass? Sweet can, sweet, 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 sweet can. And it's really obviously badly cut together.
Okay.
That's what Justice League is going to be like.
So you think it's going to be Wonder Woman and the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to. Because they're still tied to this fucking death of Superman. Oh my god, do I not care about Superman?
I literally haven't watched Batman vs Superman. I watched Wonder Woman.
Oh, sorry, he dies.
Yeah, I know. I watched Wonder Woman.
Doomsday's
really
in it, you know what's
enjoyed
gonna
it.
happen,
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Now I'm more interested in Justice League than I was without Wonder Woman, because I enjoyed Wonder Woman. But obviously, different director, different script. It looks shit. It looks like a heavy... Did I say this last time?
It looked shit. You don't know what Joss Whedon's done. Joss Whedon's
true.
ordered some serious reshoots. You don't know what he's done.
I think I might have said this last time, but it looks like a power metal music video.
Yeah. You didn't, but I get it. Do you know what's very telling about that trailer? They used the song Come Together by the Beatles.
Yeah.
But they do the fucking shitty Michael Jackson cover. And it's like, oh, isn't that a metaphor for the movie? It's a really terrible, overblown version of something that's pretty good.
Come together.
That's terrible.
And
Although,
that is sexual.
when J.K. Simmons rocks up as Commissioner Gordon, you learn to play well with others.
Just like a bat. I dig it.
Yeah. I want to love it. I want it to be good.
It might be good, you never know. You can't judge a film by its trailer.
Yes, sometimes you can.
You can't judge a film by its trailer.
I knew Suicide Squad was going to be shit.
I'm trying to think of an example.
The Suicide Squad trailer, everyone said was great, but
Oh well, there you go.
the film was shit.
I'm trying to think of a really good film that had a really bad trailer.
Ooh, that's one for the listeners of Thinking Out
But
Loud.
I literally
Dark Knight Rises.
maybe I can't remember.
Dum 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 dum.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does. And then you watch the film and it's like, wait, how long was he in the hole? Long enough for Bane?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell actually. Apparently, the first Batman Begins. Apparently, the trailer for that is,
Not great.
no. Apparently, it doesn't tell you it's Batman until the very end. So it tells you like, imagine a world where one man rises from poverty, or not poverty, but
Yeah, the absolute opposite of poverty.
Opposite of poverty. He overcomes daily struggles in prison. Then he's trained to be a martial arts expert, returns to his home. And then apparently at the very end it says Batman Begins. So you don't actually know it's Batman
How
until...
old was I when that came out? I was like 13, 14, something like that?
I honestly don't remember seeing that, but...
I don't remember seeing the trailer, I just remember hearing there was a new Batman film out.
Yeah.
See a Batman film.
But much like Batman, it has had many iterations. I was trying to do a segue, but I didn't know what I was segueing to.
No, I've forgotten what we were talking about too.
Well, we're still on Marvel, really.
But we
It's been a general discussion
ended
about
up talking
Marvel.
about Justice
Now
League.
we're on Justice League.
Do you know my problem with Justice League?
What's your problem with Justice League?
Well, my biggest problem
Don't you
is...
dare say anything against Justice League. It's got Superman, Batman, Cyborg, The Flash, Green Lantern, The Tick, Owlman.
Do you think Green Lantern's going to be in it?
Nah, mate. Nah, mate. Green Lantern's in the next one, innit? Lantern Corps. Psst.
They should make...
Gangster.
They should make a TV show like The Wire, except it's Green Lantern.
Green Lantern Wire.
Oh man, these voices. You
Fiber optic. Hey, Green Lantern. I can't get... It's like those terrible Sky adverts. I can't get broadband in our space center.
a space place.
Our space studio. I'm trying to watch Justice League, but it keeps buffering.
You don't want to watch that horse shit. Go out and play.
Don't worry, Yellow Man. Now we have super fast fiber from Sky.
How bad is that? They did one of those with X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, with the
Quicksilver
running guy.
You're not a fan of X-Men?
I haven't seen X-Men Apocalypse.
Because
I was told I don't need to see X-Men Apocalypse.
You don't need to see... Oh, well, I mean, if we're going that's whole Sylvia Plath route, you don't need to see any of the X-Men movies. Except Logan. The second one isn't as great as you think it is. The first one wasn't mind-blowing because Spider-Man came out right after. And Spider-Man...
No, I agree with you.
...is the whatever you think of the Spider-Man, Sam Raimi
I'm
ones.
agreeing with you about everything.
Yes, the X-Men should be a TV show.
Did we talk about Logan last time?
No. Thoughts on Logan?
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Alright, well, I'll do a quick one.
Okay.
everything was perfect apart from clone Wolverine.
Who looked like Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Just
for our
why-
UFC listeners.
Like, it was so perfect, and then instead of making... Why not just make the baddie, like, the guy with the metal hand? Just make him juiced up, make him the baddie. Why? Why clone Wolverine?
Or have him fight a clone of the little girl.
That would be better.
That would be even better.
That would fix it.
That
That would absolutely fix it. It just baffled me because they've gone for this
Make up some
super-
horseshit X-25 or whatever.
I don't... Anything.
Yeah.
It was going so well, and it actually upsets me because it was perfect up until the point. Maybe it was a bit conceited that they stopped at the farmhouse. Fine, like, fine, whatever. Why is Charles Xavier telling them to stop? That makes no sense. That you're on the run, you fucking moron. You're one of the smartest men in the world, or you were at least, and you go, well, no. Let's stay with this innocent family.
Bill Nye and Bane have come back.
Logan, I need my nappy changing.
She's so very like you.
Oh, Logan, she's your daughter. Anyway,
Kind of.
and then they introduced X. I don't even know if they gave him a number or whatever.
I think they did call him X-24.
X-24.
Yeah.
Just make it anyone else.
Yeah. Don't make it a stock
Don't
bad guy.
make it a stock bad guy that is Wolverine, but without humanity. I guess that's why they did it, to show that he has humanity, and then he sacrifices his life at the end. Fine. Don't do that. You already know who he is.
Do you know if they're making a New Mutants or a Young Mutants?
Allegedly, yeah, I literally.
What's the
heard
fucking
about
name?
New Mutants.
Arya Stark is playing Wolfsbane. Great casting, by the way.
Fine, yeah.
Are they setting that in
Do you want to talk about Game of Thrones?
universe?
as well?
You fucking can.
Do you not watch Game of Thrones?
We've had this conversation.
And you don't.
I can't get on with it. I don't know why. Because on paper we should be
You
best
idiot.
friends. Yeah, right. I'm not the one who didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you savage. What's happening with Game of Thrones is the dragon... One of the dragons has gone bad.
Yeah, I'll just talk briefly about
Joined
Game of
the
Thrones.
White Walkers.
I just have one point about Game of Thrones, and
Okay,
then we
go.
can go back on
This is
to
for fans of Game of Thrones. 3, 2,
Well,
1.
so my colleague at work was like, what was the Night King's plan? Because if he didn't get a dragon, there's no way that he would have got past the wall, right? Because the wall is the big white thing, and they're stuck on the other side of the wall because of magic. And my point was like, maybe he just was chilling out. Maybe he didn't want to go south of the wall. Because at no point in 6 seasons have they ever showed the Night King walking up to the wall and going, no, still can't get through. And then as soon as he gets a dragon, he's like, oh, cool, now I can get through. But at no point was he like, fuck, I need to try and get past this.
See, I really wish I was into it, because it's supposed to have gotten really good.
It was never bad.
Sorry. But I mean, it's supposed to have gone from really good to, like, excellent.
You are missing out.
I'm sure I am, but now I
Yeah.
tell you the point. Because I spend a lot of my time on meme websites and stuff, I know all the plot points.
Is that a website? Meme website?
Meme websites. You know what I mean, though? I've picked up, because I don't care about the spoiler, I
Yeah.
don't care if I read it.
Yeah.
So I know about the Red Wedding, I know that Jon Snow fucking dies and comes back to life. The Mountain dies and then they witchcraft him back to life, possibly. I know Hodor, I know that's supposed to get me. I know that the dragon went bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, it seems that a lot of it is hung on the fucking twist and the, oh my god, cliffhangers. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just need to sit down and watch it.
For me, the appeal is the fact that it's a fantasy universe with real world rules.
Well, so's the MCU.
No, because the goodies always win.
Ooh.
So in
like that.
Game of Thrones, the goodies rarely win. The issue with Game of
Maybe
Thrones...
they're really the baddies.
Nah.
Just trying to contribute.
The issue with Game of Thrones now is
Mm-hmm.
that in order to deliver a satisfying conclusion, it does have to go back to the generic goodies win at the end. Presumably.
Because they're ahead of the books, aren't they?
Presumably.
So no one has a manuscript. Aren't they ahead of the books? And
Yeah.
besides, the books have changed.
Yeah.
From the
It's
TV series,
It's different
right?
now. It's a different entity.
Right.
So they made these promises that actions have consequences, which they still do, but they also made promises that no character is safe. The last few seasons, characters have been safe because they need to be there for the end game.
Right, okay.
So it sort of changed the rules of itself, which is why it's lost some of the maybe tension.
Because the minute you can bring people back to life, all stakes are kind of gone.
Well, it doesn't happen to everyone. I think they've brought 3 people back.
Isn't there still a big thing about Jon Snow? No one knows who his mum and dad is.
No, they revealed that in the final episode.
Oh, did they?
So...
Spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1. You might as well blow the lid off it for me.
Daenerys, who's the blonde dragon lady.
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
Whatever the fuck her name is. Khaleesi. Yeah. Emilia Clarke, who is horrible in everything else except this, apparently.
She's very stone-faced in this, so...
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Sidebar. I saw her in a film adaptation of Me Before You, where she's the helper to a quadriplegic guy, and she is fucking terrible in that.
Really?
It's dreadful.
She's in a perfume advert right now, and she's smiling and laughing.
There you go.
Very happy.
She's really happy with her perfume.
Yeah.
So she's his mum?
No, she's his...
Sister?
She's some relation. She's cousin, I think.
Right.
So Jon Snow is technically the heir to the Iron Throne.
Right, okay.
They ended the last season banging.
Oh, no. But that's totally the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, who cares about incest anymore?
And shit is like...
That's what they do in there.
Yeah.
That's what they do in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. Like, in the first episode, doesn't someone fall out of a window because he sees
Someone's pushed.
Forgive me, right.
Starts the whole thing. Littlefinger.
Is that what's happening?
He doesn't
or
push.
What?
There is a little finger somewhere.
Oh, so crude.
You set me up for that.
I did,
You were
I know.
looking at me like, you better take that joke and run with it.
Little finger or wink.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty big finger, actually.
What else has come out since we last had you on the show? We reviewed Wonder Woman, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what we spoke about.
Do you know what else we haven't heard anything from? Talking about Justice League. We haven't heard anything from...
Avengers 7.
Well, obviously.
Where's the news about Avengers 7?
Dude, it's going to be Secret Wars or fucking something. Or Kang the Time Terrorist.
I think what they might do, like, depending on how X-Men goes, if Sony get fucked for X-Men in the same way that they did with Spider-Man.
Sony don't own the X-Men, it's Universal that own the X-Men.
Okay.
Or Paramount or something.
Right,
it's not Sony.
Yeah,
it's a company that isn't Marvel.
They basically don't seem to be doing well with X-Men, do they? Currently.
Those movies are making money. They're making a... For some reason...
Yeah, but so's Transformers.
Yeah, but hang on. This new... Now Bryan Singer's come back. They made Days of Future Past, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then Bryan Singer was like, that's cool again. I'll come away from ruining Superman and I'll come back and ruin the X-Men.
Yeah.
And he made Apocalypse...
Is he a good director?
He's a good TV director.
So he's good when he's limited then.
He directed a lot of the first series of House. Remember that with Hugh Laurie?
I did like House.
Fucking great.
Yeah, I did like House.
It was great. But anyway, they're doing like Days of Future Past was like the 60s, and then Apocalypse was First Class was the 60s.
First Class was 60s.
Days of the Future Past was the 70s and was awful. Yeah. Apocalypse was the 80s and passable.
No, you said Days of Future Past was good just now.
I meant Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Apocalypse is semi-okay. That's in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they're going to make a 90s flick with the Phoenix in, which won't work because they haven't set Jean Grey up. Because Jean Grey being the goody two-shoes girl is the way you make Phoenix amazing, because suddenly she's this crazy lady.
Yeah, so in the comics, they go on this
Jean
whole
Grey's super good.
subplot of her, she's in the Hellfire Club or something. Like there's
All
a whole...
of a sudden.
I can imagine at the time it was like a few months of this alternate story playing out.
Yeah.
But they're going to ruin it.
Because no director has found the balance between teasing the Phoenix and making Jean Grey a really ditzy good girl, which she kind of is if you go back and read the early 60s X-Men. She is Scott Summers' girlfriend and nothing more.
Yeah, is Scott Summers a baddie still in the current X-Men?
What do you mean? He was never...
He killed Charles Xavier and then he goes rebel, doesn't he? Gets the red and black suit that has the cross on it. All new X-Men.
That's Uncanny X-Men. That was a little while ago.
No! Ha! The latest thing I've read is Secret Wars.
Oh, right,
The complete reboot.
We go well past that.
Yeah.
He's a goodie in the comic book now, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, they did an amazing arc a few years ago called The All New X-Men, where the X-Men of the 60s time travelled to...
Yeah, I know about that. And then they didn't want to go back.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Yeah, because...
It was great, but I stopped reading after 10 issues. Like a year.
We've all got issues, mate.
Oi.
Um,
So no, I think the X-Men... Do you think the X-Men are going to get bought back into the Marvel...
it depends how rich Marvel get.
Marvel are going to get fucking rich.
Well, they're with Disney, that's the thing. Like, Disney has
Disney's
unlimited money,
fucking
right?
rich. Disney is spending £400 million on Infinity War Part 1.
They'll
It's
get
going to
that
make
back,
like
though.
it's going to make like $2 billion.
Do you think that's going to be the highest grossing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's going to be...
It's
Star
already
Wars?
the highest budget for any film ever. $400 million is already the highest
That's
budget.
really high, isn't it?
It's not. It's like 2 Neymars.
Wouldn't it be better if they just gave that money to charity?
No.
And then you bought a ticket and they were like, this £12.50 has gone to help a homeless child in Uganda.
Don't put me in that position.
Wouldn't that be better?
It would be. Bigger picture it would be. But that's not going to
Imagine
happen.
£400 million.
That's a lot of money.
What? That's insane.
But it brings joy to billions of people.
Not to kids in Uganda.
Well,
They
no.
haven't got fucking drinking water, mate.
Yeah, so Tony Stark's exploits are just so far removed.
Yeah.
That's true, but you can say that about anything. You can say that about the space program. You can say that about, what if we did this instead of this?
I think it's a legitimate question. Can we fly into space?
Yeah, so do I.
Otherwise, what are we doing?
Yeah, because it's not like they're flying that money into space and burning it. They're putting it into the economy. Every time you buy a nose cone, the nose cone salesman gets...
Nose cone?
You know what I mean? I'm trying to dumb it down, but whenever they buy...
What's a nose cone?
For a fucking bit that goes in the end of a rocket. Don't look at me like
I'm imagining a man wearing a little yellow cone on his nose.
Oh, right. Have you seen the new SpaceX spacesuit? The Elon Musk one? You know who Elon Musk
I have,
is?
yes.
That's fucking baller, isn't it?
Iron Man, basically.
Basically, yeah. Robert Downey Jr. said, John Favreau, if we're going to do this character, we need to look at Elon Musk. That's why they're so close, because one is
So on a
based
podcast that I listened to that isn't this, they were like, imagine...
Very convincing.
Imagine in the real world, it's basically Elon Musk in a suit. Like, Tony's... You have...
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the Avengers are doing day by day. You don't know them as people. You know them as people that show up on the news every now and again, having killed a terrorist or something.
Yeah.
To you, that's really fucking cool. But at the same time, it's like, I'm terrified of these people.
Yeah.
So no wonder they wanted the Accords.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so in the real world, who are your Avengers?
In the real world... as in, like, a real world Avengers.
So Elon Musk is Tony Stark. Done.
Yeah. Hulk would be...
Unless Bill Gates. Mark Zuckerberg. That makes sense.
Conor McGregor. Is that a guy?
He's not a
the
scientist.
UFC guy?
He's not known for his...
Alright, okay. His temperament.
He's not known for his scientific ability.
Alright, so I need a scientist
Sorry,
who
Mag.
would like Hulk out. Stephen Hawking.
Do you think he just loses shit and just...
Well, he's more Carnage, I guess.
Yeah.
No, not Carnage, Venom.
Do you think?
Yeah, because of the legs. Got broken legs.
Is that a thing in Venom? I thought Eddie Brock
Yeah,
was like a photographer.
one of them was in a wheelchair, and then that's Agent Venom, I think.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Deep
boy.
cuts, boy.
Thor was originally Norman Blake, who was a doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Dr. Foster from TV.
I don't watch that. Is that on BBC?
It's really good.
I've had a lot of people tell me that's quite good. I don't really watch BBC drama anymore.
Really good.
It
It's worth it.
Yeah.
The whole first series doesn't.
I feel like Michael Phelps would be Captain America, just because he's like really clean cut and really muscly, and he raced that shark, but not really.
I feel like David Walliams would be Captain America.
Yeah, interesting pull.
Oh. Am I gay?
Fuck.
No one knows.
Do you want another whiskey?
I'm still nursing this one, like
You're
I
still
said.
on the same one. I think I'm on my fourth.
Yes, I'm worried about you.
I'm fine. Do you know alcohol? I'm fine.
I'm fine. I drink whiskey every day.
New Star Wars coming out soon.
Yep.
J.J. Abrams has just been...
Yes, he has. Good old JJ.
Good old
Lens flare JJ.
Yeah, offensively inoffensive JJ.
Good old JJ. What, the original Star Wars are known for their offence, are they?
No. I mean, he's such a middle of the road choice. He's so not out there.
Maybe he's just a placeholder. Maybe they just needed a name, and they were like, "Look, we'll keep looking, but for now, you're in."
And we'll let you say, "Oh, I wanted to go off and do something else."
Yeah.
Do you think?
Maybe.
Do you think there's that much pressure on the studio?
I mean, I don't see why you'd turn down directing Star Wars.
Well, they turned him. Didn't they kick him off? Colin
Trevorrow.
The guy who
Yeah.
fucked up Godzilla. No, that was another
I don't
dude.
care about Godzilla.
Who made Godzilla?
I don't know.
Let's Google it.
I didn't actually like Godzilla.
No, it was dog shit, but...
I think it was him, actually.
It was.
He made this film about this really intelligent boy with Naomi Watts in it. And that got really bad reviews.
It was Gareth Edwards. He was the guy that made
Okay.
Rogue One, which was also dog shit. Come at me.
Oh, I didn't
Rogue
think
One was
that
not great.
bad. It was just a film.
It was a 4 out of 10 film, is what it was.
Yeah, that's almost average.
It's
The
almost,
la- the
almost
la-
as good as Guardians of the Galaxy
It's
2.
almost as good as Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
You
I'd say I
animal.
enjoyed it about the same amount.
Really? That makes me sad.
It makes me sad.
Rogue One, reviewing Rogue One was the first show we ever did.
I know.
And it
I
was-
actually looked back at your back catalogue this morning.
It's a hell of a back up. This is show 26.
Show 26.
Woo.
iTunes.
Let's see.
Clink.
So yeah, new Star Wars. Excited?
New Star Wars. I'm fine with it.
You're not invested, or you're not really
I had
hooked
a
on it?
massive Star Wars phase when I was much younger. Designed my own lightsabers. I bought my own lightsaber.
When they
had a-
released the remastered version, like 98.
I've
26.
never owned Star Wars on film.
No, I don't think I do.
It's weird. Like I know.
I think I've got like Attack of the Clones or something.
Yeah, I got
Some
a pirate.
horrible
I got a
like-
pirated copy of Attack of the Clones,
Oh,
which is even worse film.
you've seen Force Awakens though. What did you think of that?
It's fine. It's a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
It's basically Episode 4.
Essentially,
I think Rey was good.
John Boyega was
I
really good in it.
really enjoy Adam Driver. Went to see Logan
Yes.
Lucky. He's good in that.
I've heard that's really good.
It's fine.
Really?
I've
Out of 10?
6.
Shit.
I'm getting hard on these
You
films.
should do.
I want a film to get me hard.
Exactly. Well, maybe the
And
multiplex is
no,
not the place for
They're
you.
so flaccid.
Well, it's not. Do you know it's been the lowest grossing box office
Yeah.
summer for like 10 years?
I can see that.
What's come out though? There
Well,
hasn't been a
loads
Marvel
of stuff.
movie.
Loads of stuff.
There hasn't-
Spider-Man. When was Spider-Man? March? April?
June.
Well, that's summer.
Just. It's peculiar. I remember writing.
There wasn't like... Yeah, so...
But there's a thing with.
There
with-
wasn't anything for about a month.
Yeah, the periods of.
There was The Mummy and
Oh, it was
stuff
dreadful.
like that.
There
That
were-
made money, actually.
There are
Not
periods of when they release movies. The summer. I remember writing a column about it years ago and likened it to climate change. The summer. Blockbuster summer is getting longer, which means the awards season is getting shorter, which makes sense for awards because if you release an awards film too early,
Yeah,
the people
you'll get
voting on the
forgotten.
awards, forget it came out.
Yeah.
Which means you crush all the time for the indie films like your Franks. Do you ever see that, Frank?
No, it's on my to-watch list.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'll lend it to you. It's really good.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yes, I think it is.
It's on my watch list.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, your Netflix watch list, right?
My
I thought you were
Netflix
just
watch.
like your obscure sort
No, I
of...
don't have a list that I carry around and go, ooh.
Do you know what's on my watch list that I've never seen? Ready?
I'm ready.
American Beauty. Never seen
Ha!
it.
Funnily enough,
Never seen
we
it.
watched that the other week.
No way.
What a coincidence.
I know it's great. I just haven't seen it.
It's
Which is pretty shocking for someone that used to be the film editor of a newspaper.
It's actually a really good character study.
Yeah. He's in it, isn't he?
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Frank Underwood.
Oh my god. Really good.
Hmm.
The lady that plays his wife, very good. His daughter, the weird, creepy. It's actually really good. Actually, like thinking about it now, in hindsight,
Isn't he?
very well.
He's an older guy that sort of falls for his daughter's friend or something.
Yeah, so the plot of American Beauty,
Don't spoil it.
the sequel to American Psycho,
Of course, yeah.
is...
Christian Bale's in it a lot less than American Psycho.
yeah,
I've
he's
heard.
actually... It's like a spiritual sequel.
Yeah.
He basically meets his daughter... Kevin Spacey meets his daughter's friend, who is allegedly attractive, but I feel like maybe she was like 90s attractive, and now we've moved on.
She's oh fuck, what's the girl's name?
She's all teeth. I'm just gonna say that.
She's the girl that's in the Wheatus video for,
Is she?
you know,
Teenage Dirtbag.
yeah, I've got 2 tickets
Yeah,
to
is she?
Well, I've
Okay.
got Brittany Murphy.
Yeah.
She's dead now.
Oh no, she was beautiful.
She's been dead for a while.
Anyway, so he falls in love with her.
Right.
She
Don't ruin it.
She leads him on,
Naughty girl.
and the wife of Kevin Spacey basically Kevin Spacey changes the way he lives, and it's about how everyone else reacts to that.
Right.
Incredible performances from all the actors.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really worth a view, actually.
I've got to see it. I've got a friend who keeps...
Here on Thinking Out Loud's Retro Review, we're going to recommend American Beauty. Psycho.
I almost said Psycho.
Yeah, I was worried I was
I've
going
had
to.
5 whiskeys.
American Beauty, starring Kevin Spacey and some
rest.
dead chick.
You animal.
She's dead. I can do her no harm.
You excited for Black Panther? I'm just yanking the wheel back. Seen nothing of it.
The poster we spoke about last time.
Fucking abomination.
But you know what? Don't judge a film by its poster. However, I am judging Thor Ragnarok by its poster, and it's bloody awesome.
What's on the Thor Ragnarok poster?
Everything.
Really?
They look up. Have you not seen the Thor Ragnarok poster?
Let's bring it up.
It is beautiful. It's one of those posters which you'd buy in an A2 version and frame it. And I say that
Really?
looking around your room where you have 2 nerdy posters, one of Iron Man and one of Spider-Man.
That Spider-Man one's
That
signed by
one.
Stan Lee.
That one there.
That one.
Look how badass that is.
Do you not think that looks like the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer? Poster.
I don't know, let's pull them up.
Oh, fuck yeah, give me some types of more shit, because we're doing this without a producer.
Yeah, Lauren, producer Lauren,
She's running a movie night.
she's running a movie night, which is lovely.
You should check out if you're in Bath, you should go down to the... do you not
Yeah,
think?
it's basically the same poster. Yeah? I didn't say that was a bad poster.
You said it was a shit film, though.
No, I didn't.
No,
I said
you
it was an
didn't.
average
You know.
film. It's an average
man.
film.
Dude, we've done like an hour.
That's great.
That's really good.
Do you want to bring us on to the main topic?
Oh yeah, shit. Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons Part 2.
When we brought you on,
Yes. When last we found ourselves careening around the world of Dungeons and Dragons,
you had not played a game, but you were loving it because you do that. You get into it.
I get into it hard.
Now you've played a few games,
Played a few games.
and you've told me about those games. And I so want to play this game. It's not even funny. Go.
Yes,
How is your
it's-
Dungeons and Dragons experience going?
It's-
What have you had to do to get into it? Tell us about that.
So we've
Take us on your journey, Jamie.
So we've created our characters, and
You and your dungeon raiders.
me and my party of dungeon adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a dungeon master who's I sounded really posh then. Master.
Master.
We've got a dungeon master who takes us around the world of his invention, basically.
Right.
We have stats that we use to complete certain tasks. Several different things in Dungeons and Dragons. There's combat, obviously, but it's quite a small part.
How do you decide your stats?
You get 6 categories: strength, dexterity, knowledge, intelligence, charisma, and wisdom.
Cool.
And you can either randomly...
Surely wisdom and knowledge are the same thing.
You'd think, but no.
But they're not. Okay.
In fact,
He's going for his bag.
I have an app. And
Ooh.
as I'm talking about this, you can look
You can bring this app
through
up.
my character on my app.
Dude.
So, okay, so you can either randomly allocate stats, and they basically give you stat multipliers.
This looks super fucking complicated.
So it is initially, but then once you input everything, it sort of works out. It's about 98% imagination and 2% looking at a piece of paper.
I love that.
Yeah. I've died.
A couple of times.
No, just once.
Ooh.
Someone's died twice.
So you're a mountain dwarf.
I'm a mountain dwarf called Ragnar.
It's a very dwarfy name.
It's a super dwarfy name, taken from Vikings.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's taken from Warhammer 40k.
Right.
And then Vikings stole it. But he's basically a mountain dwarf who is the tank of the party. So there's sort of like RPG style people. You can get wizards, mages. You can get a monk who deals in hand-to-hand combat.
Warrior monk.
All these different classes, all these different races. So you can be dwarf, elf, half elf. You can be half orc, human.
And who decide? You decide this.
You decide all this. This is all you, and this is basically who you want to be in this fantasy.
And where do you
world.
find this information? People who want to get into it, where do you find
So
this
there's a
information?
free download on the Dungeons and Dragons website. I actually purchased the Player's Handbook, which is like a more in-depth version.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need that at all because we played.
So you're out
first...
15 quid or whatever it was.
It's 25.
Ooh.
But it's about lore and stuff. It's a bit like buying
Yeah.
one of those Doctor Who compendiums or Lord of the Ring or
Right.
It's
You're going to reread that like 3 or 4 times and you're going to find one little nugget of knowledge that will save you eventually.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a rule book that will allow you more knowledge to your character and what you can do.
And I guess that allows you to get deeper into it.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you know that your guy fought in the Elf Wars and he lost his daughter.
Well, that's up to you. You can say, I'm 200 years old, I fought in
I've seen some shit.
300 battles.
I've seen some shit.
I've seen some
serious
I'm messed
shit.
up.
Yeah.
Like, I can't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Or you can be a really happy-go-lucky, oh, I'm out on an adventure. Oh, hello there, dragon. Shit, run, run.
That was Conor McGregor. But
Yeah. Oh, I lost. Oh, well.
10 rounds of Floyd, man. We'll talk about that in a minute.
All right.
Or not.
No,
Fuck it.
you can talk about it. I know nothing about it.
Well, it'll be my Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it will, absolutely. So basically, you go around adventuring in this world, and your dungeon master tells you what's going on and then gives you some scenarios about what is about to happen to you, and you have to react to that.
Right.
It's basically that.
Awesome.
You can get into combat, you can try and talk your way out of it. You can look around and see if there's any way of escaping. So you've got things like perception, intimidation, stealth.
But how does...
Sleight of hand.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Say my perception is 10
Yeah.
and your perception is 1, for example.
Yeah.
And the Dungeon Master says, right, you're in a room.
Yeah.
And I look for clues. The Dungeon Master has to think, oh shit, he has 10 perceptions, so he's more likely to find something than the other guy.
So
how does that, without a board or...
No, so you roll for it. So there are dice which you use to
Yeah, but-
determine luck.
So your window of getting that must be bigger than the other guy.
Yeah.
Say if you say, I'm looking for a clue and your perception is 10...
But where are you looking for a clue?
Well, in the chest of drawers.
Okay,
Ooh, it
so
drew me in.
Yeah. So you go to the chest of drawers.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
Clues.
What does a clue mean?
Doesn't matter, man.
Yeah,
You're the Dungeon Master.
how do you know what a clue is?
Alright, something dragon related.
Okay, so roll a dice. Yeah, so you get a 20. Okay, so you found a dragon tooth,
Great.
which has a little engraving on it of a girl.
Great.
What do you do?
I see how hot the girl is first and then see if she's worth
It's
rescuing.
very bad engraving. It's
Oh.
basically a stick figure.
I think... see, you got me already. I
So
guess
do
a
you
lot of
keep
this...
it? Do you keep it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you put it in your pocket,
Uh-huh.
and then that's your go.
But my pocket's only so big.
It's fine. It's not a massive dragon tooth.
But you see how... Because I grew up... Obviously, I played like Oblivion and Morrowind and Skyrim, and these are the terms that I'm thinking in. If you're Dungeon Master, you basically have to be as clever as an Xbox, to my mind, because you have to remember how much shit I'm carrying, how much...
So our Dungeon Master Nick has a whole sketchbook full of lore that he has come up with, characters that he's written.
What's his
and
last name? Do you want to shout him out?
Schechter. Nick Schechter.
Nick Schechter.
He's
You're a Dungeon Master extraordinaire.
He is. He spent his days off just coming up with all
Oh,
this
it's
stuff.
the kind of guy you want to be friends with.
Yeah.
Seriously. That puts the work in to make it enjoyable.
Yeah, and he's really into it.
Mm-hmm.
So we adventured into a mountain, me and my team. So I've got a mage, a cleric, a fighter, a rogue, and a ranger.
Are you the...
I'm
which one are
the
you?
fighter.
Right.
So that I'm like the tank, sort of attacks.
You're Drax.
I'm
Hulk.
okay, alright, so in Marvel terms,
Yeah.
I'm Drax.
Just because people like
absolutely.
don't play the
makes
game,
perfect sense.
you know. So you're Drax.
So I'm Drax. You've got the Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm. Who is the cleric?
No, she's the warlock.
Okay.
You've got... I'm trying to think of her. You got Night Nurse.
Nice. Claire
Who's the
Temple.
cleric, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Winter Soldier as the assassin.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Aragorn.
As the ranger.
as the ranger.
A ranger off his guard.
Exactly, yeah. What's this? A ranger caught off his guard.
I've only seen that movie once, so don't show
pretty
me.
good.
It wasn't in the cinema.
Pretty good.
It's alright.
Anyway, so we've climbed this mountain, we fought things. We fought a dragon who turned out to be a dwarf that was transformed into a dragon.
Dude!
So we fought him for a bit and then we talked him down. And then my rogue, who's the assassin, he had a dagger that captured souls. So because I'm a dwarf, I talked to the dwarf and was like,
"How you speak dwarf?"
Can I speak dwarf? Because I speak dwarf and I was the only one that spoke dwarf, so I had to talk to him. So I was like, "What can I do to help you?" And he just said, "Release me." So I nodded to my assassin and he just stabbed him in the back, released his soul. So now my assassin has the soul of a dragon trapped inside of a dagger.
God damn.
Then we went through a portal to a nether realm where we all split up, which was stupid. I fell asleep because I'm a narcoleptic dwarf. Which I love. I think it's such a good little character flaw. That.
I love that.
Yeah,
Did you make that up?
Yeah, I just made it.
That's
I was like,
nice.
because technically you heal by resting between games.
So you never die, presumably?
No,
because you're always asleep.
Well, spoiler alert, I'm
died.
dead right now.
Shit.
So
How'd that happen?
I'll tell you. So we go into this other realm and we're all captured by this mad god called Dante. Nick's really influenced by lots of video games and anime.
I was going to say,
so he has the Mad King Dante, and then we all basically got killed by the Mad King, who then reinvented us in his own image. So I became a dwarf fighter / Templar who has an 8-foot hammer and a slab shield, which I can't wield at the same time, but the slab shield is basically like a full body shield, and then the hammer is an 8-foot hammer, which is ridiculous for a dwarf to have.
Yeah, he's like 4 foot tall.
It's ridiculous. What a stupid decision. So everyone got powered up. One of the ranger had a wooden hand because it was lost in a fight at some point. So Nick's replaced that with a flamethrower.
That's pretty cool.
So Nick's given this guy who loves nature a flamethrower because it's the enemy of nature. So every
Nick sounds like if you're in Bath and you want to play Dungeons and Dragons, you kind of need to be friends with him because he's putting the groundwork in.
He's basically made all of our. He's basically super powered us. He's
but in
Super
weird
Saiyan.
Sort of
He's Super Saiyan'd us.
Fuck around ways,
but in ways that are detrimental to our characters.
Right.
So he's given the cleric a mace, but she has to bleed for it to work.
Because she's a healer.
Because she's a healer.
Right.
He's given the nature-loving person fire powers. He's given me, who loves to be in combat, a really good way of being in combat, but it weakens me because my armor rating goes down.
Oh.
And then the shield means that I can't attack. So it means that if I need to take the hits, then I can't attack. So that's hurting me inside because I love to fight. He's given the assassin like something that causes fear, and I don't really know where his weakness comes from. And then he's given the mage
tap shoes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he's really loud.
Yeah,
he's got clogs.
Yeah.
He's got clogs on. And then the warlock, he's just made sort of medium powered. So Beth, who plays our warlock, she's not super into it. She's more there for the sort of social element.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's like, oh no, you fucked with my mana or whatever.
So she's sort of on easy mode right now, and we're hoping that she gets more into it.
So where is your tail? What's happened now?
So currently, everyone had to leave apart from me and my cleric. So we decided to go off on our own.
Nice.
And it ended up with us journeying to this island in the middle of the ocean to find an enormous sentient castle who would help us defeat the mad god.
And this dude
Dante.
invented all of this.
Yeah, and then in order to
Jesus,
win...
Nick.
So there's an island of centaurs and satyrs, I think. They're like goat people. I think
like Mr. Tumnus.
Like Mr. Tumnus, yeah.
Not backwards centaurs with like a horse's head and a man's body.
In order to win the centaur's trust, we had to go and slay a manticore.
God damn.
And
How long did this take?
Maybe 4 hours. This isn't all of it. It took us like an hour just to get our powers.
Jesus.
So it's pretty in depth. He really goes into it. And basically, me and the cleric thought we could take it, and
you fuck up.
But we just died. So now, this is the amazing thing. Because everyone else in the party left before that happened, the 3 guys that we left behind
Are still alive.
have no idea that me and the cleric are dead. So the next session is going to be... So we left them a note saying, stay here, we'll be back. Kiss, kiss, love Ragnar and whatever her name is. Asaria or something. So I'm really intrigued because basically...
So what happens when you die? Because you can't get kicked out of the room.
No, well, you can take death saves
Do you respawn?
to see if you stabilise, or your character dies.
And you have to make up another character on the spot.
Well, no, you can take a few minutes. So I have a backup character if Ragnar stays dead.
Assume Ragnar's staying dead. Who you
If Ragnar stays dead, I am a gnome private eye.
Awesome.
Called Merrick Copperstone.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Does he have a really big helper who's really dumb?
He actually... So I've talked about this with my colleague Liam, and he would be playing my hired mercenary assistant.
Badass.
Who's like a massive Viking berserker or something. And if that happens, I have yet to decide whether I'm a very intelligent private eye or a completely stupid private eye.
And he's the clever one.
And the assistant is the clever one who solves everything.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really good fun.
It sounds like
it's really good.
Amazing
It
fun.
sounds incredibly nerdy, and it is. But
once you're past
as I said, all a nerd is someone who is unafraid to be passionate about something. That's the only difference between them and not a nerd.
There you go.
Yeah. A nerd is simply a more extreme version of passion.
Dude, what a great place to end it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. This has been Thinking Out Loud. Jamie, chink glass to me, brother. See?
Where's your whiskey gone?
I know, right? I make it disappear. Maybe I'm a cleric. Like this and share, subscribe. This has been Thinking Out Loud. Thank you so much for listening.